taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season, no top, you stop breathing.
You know, one more topic for it, and it's not boxing, but it's movie related, because, you know, like I said, Ring Game, we watch movies. We watch a lot of movies. And one very significant movie came out that was released on Friday on Hulu, of all places. And truthfully, it could have been released in the theater, and I would have been happy to pay for it. You know, I'm talking about Prey, the newest addition to the Predator movie franchise, the whole universe. You know, and Prey is pretty much a prequel. And just to put out there could be some spoilers that are going to be mentioned. You know, but you know, it is what it is. You know, some spoilers is good. But Prey, having it released on Hulu was a good look, because one thing that you notice about Prey was like that shit was shot beautifully. Like it seemed like everything that you saw in it was all the detail was just popping out at you. Like I was like, God damn, like Hulu's making movies like this, original movies like that. I was like, geez, like I was like, this shit was spectacular. And you know, pretty much they set the tone with you know, Native Americans, you know, showing them hunting, and you know, Naru's the Native American heron, hero, whatever you want to call her.
Heroine, nigga.
Yeah.
He was like, that's cool, man. I'll be struggling with words too, man. You good?
Yeah, that's the coffee talking for me, though. You know, and then you know, showing her in conflict, you know, with other members of her tribe, like, yeah, no, you know, you're not meant to hunt. The mother's like, yeah, you shouldn't be hunting, and shit like that.
You're like, stay your ass home where you belong. Yeah,
everyone except her brother. Her brother, though, was holding her down, you know, and that was cool and whatnot. Yeah. And then you see, and then as it progresses, you see, like, damn, yo, she can't hunt for shit. Like, you know, she's struggling to do a lot of things. You know, her and her dog, you know, smart ass dog too, as well. You know, and then of course, then obviously, then you see the Predator make his little entrance in there, and and what I was just mentioning internally is like, yo, the Predator was kind of like, he was a cheating Predator, man. Like. One thing that was a common theme with him is like, dude was using his little camouflage shit a little bit too much. Like everything, like, you know, dude was like, yeah, nah, you're not gonna see me though. But it was cool though, seeing him slaughter the animals though. Like he slaughtered what, 3 animals in this shit, LB?
Yeah, he did. Like,
yeah, snake.
The whole movie, the pacing was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and I like the fact that he slaughtered the animals to show, like, the people to new the Predator universe that he's a hunter,
right? And
he's trying to show dominance, and it looked like he was I guess a lower tier jobber Predator.
Yeah, he was. Like, he's because one thing too is like, he was. It was cool to how he slaughtered the snake and the fox. You know, especially the or not fox, a wolf. You know, especially what he did to the wolf.
I was about to say, it's like, this nigga said fox. I'm like,
no, it was a wolf. And especially what he did to the wolf afterwards was kind of like, I was like, this is one of
the technology and shit. Yeah. I was
like, that's one of them crude Predators, because I was like, God damn, like, you gotta do that to animals too? Like, but the bear shit was funny, because the bear...
That shit was hard with the bear, dog. Like,
yeah, the bear, because because the Predator fought the bear straight up, like, you know, like he was a grizzly too, and you know and the bear was giving him some work though, but you know, in the end,
I feel like it was like Ortiz McKenna, the spoiler son. Like it was just only a matter of time before he got the bear out of there. Like he was letting the bear get off shots, kind of like NOA versus what's that dude that he bodied in the second round with the body shot.
Not Donaire. It's about
Rodriguez or
Rodriguez. Yeah.
That's how he did the bear. Yeah. Like he let the bear look like he had a chance because he's a bear, and
right.
After that, he kind of fucked him up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he bathed in the bear.
Some niggas compare that shit to Thanos and Hulk.
Yeah. And then it shit was just hard too, and then the Predator would commit more atrocities. You know, more people got slaughtered, but the best part was when he started slaughtering the settlers, the French settlers or whatever that were
trappers,
the trappers, yeah,
fur trappers,
yeah, because them cats, you know, because at first they were kind of because when Naru was walking around, you know, seeing all the animals without their skin and shit like that, you think, is that predator shit? But then, you know, they had the signs that like, okay, it wasn't the predator, but it was actually just trappers in there, and you know, they tried, you know, they tried her, you know, but them trappers couldn't do shit. And then when the predator came through, yeah, that's when you saw some real atrocities happening. Like them cats got slaughtered, like straight up and down, like, you know. And the shit was hilarious. But then one of the negatives, like, that people kept on mentioning was the fact, like, you know, you have all these men and shit like that, they're getting slaughtered, but then you have, you know, the quote unquote the female hero being in there, being able to go head up with the predator. But it was a crude predator, though. I mean, crude, but it wasn't, you know, the predator was willing to fight you on equal terms to a degree until, you know, if you were fighting hand with a weapon, that dude would fight with a weapon. But if you were trying to really do some shit, then the predator would just flat out kill you. It's like, but
that's the thing, like, I get the complaints early, like before the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
But once you see the movie, it explains all that. Like, she's like somebody who kind of just had her moment. Like, she evolved. Like, the movie is story building.
Right.
I mean, it's character building. Like, it explains all that. Like, I don't have no complaint. And people forget, everybody was wounding the predator throughout the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
People make it seem like she beat the predator on a one-on-one fade when he fresh out the shower, jumped out the car, like fresh face, like all his gadgets, weapon, like he was Batman suited up for the world. Like, nah, like Predator had to get worn the fuck down. Like,
he did.
So you just gotta watch the movie, because it's like certain comments people's making and saying, it's like the movie explains all that, and if you don't like how they explain it, then the movie ain't for you. Like, to me, it's honestly one of the best Predator movies.
Easy. You know, like I said, I mean, most of it is just like a lot of misogyny. Like, oh no, she can't evolve, she can't be this, she can't be that.
Yeah,
you know,
y'all acting like the motherfuckers in her village, like.
Right. And like I said, and like the Predator was like a crude, like one-trick pony Predator. Like,
remember, this is 17. Like, this is like old times. Like, this is like 300, almost 400 years ago. Like, even the Predators had to evolve from then. So
exactly.
Of course, Of course, the Predator's supposed to be a little crude.
Right.
But the thing is, he's more advanced than motherfuckers in the 1700s.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and pretty much in every Predator movie out there, like, you can tell that the Predator's advanced, but in the end, they get bodied by people not as advanced. Like, you know, that's how it's always been. You know, you know, the Predator has, you know, because the Predator always lives by some sort of wild code, like, you know, as they mentioned before. And I always like the tie-ins to like the original Predator and Predator 2. Like the first one, you know, if it bleeds, you know, we can kill it. I love that tie-in to the first movie, and then the gun, you know, the gun that tied into Predator 2. I was like, yeah. It's just the little details like that made that movie just...
like they paid homage, and it wasn't like blatant obvious. It was just on some like, if you knew, you knew type shit, and it was dope. It was subtle,
right?
And it flowed. I actually thought the movie was damn good.
Yeah, easy.
It had enough killings. The pacing was good. You never felt like it was boring. The movie was always moving ahead.
Yeah, it built, you know, definitely show her, you know, how she was building. And the funny thing is, too, they did all this within an hour and 40 minutes. Like, it wasn't a long movie.
I told niggas, you can make a good movie under 2 hours or just 2 hours. Like, and we just had this discussion like a couple weeks ago, too.
We did. We absolutely
And look
did.
at that. These niggas made a fire movie on some 90s, 80s shit, on some, you know what? Under 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, honestly, the thing is, if you make the movie longer, it would probably just be more scenery shots.
Either that or more killing.
More dialogue. You know, goddamn, they're not gonna put more killing in it. They're gonna put more dialogue in the movie.
Yeah, like I said, pretty much like the only glaring negative about this movie, and truthfully, and I can see it too, but then also I realized Hulu did something about it, is the dialogue. The dialogue itself, because I wasn't a big fan of it. You know, it was just because it felt like it was just. The dialogue didn't feel 1700. Well, other than the trappers were speaking all that other shit. So it's like, yeah, you know, them niggas are savages in the movie. So that was cool. But I guess with the Native Americans, is like they didn't. It just the dialogue just sounded a little bit too modern for my liking. Although from what I understand, Hulu has a version out where you can hear the dialogue in Comanche, the Indian language. You know. And truthfully, and like I said, if they wanted to do the whole, you know, captions and shit like that, I would have been on board. But I think just how they were talking, I wasn't a big fan of it. But that's just me probably being nitpicky about it.
Yeah, you be having your like weird, random, quirky nitpickings and shit. Like,
well, I mean, the dialogue still wasn't anything outstanding, you know, nigga.
It really didn't. Look. We don't need outstanding dialogue for a fucking Predator film. Like, that's the problem. Y'all niggas be wanting outstanding random shit for certain movies, and it's like it's not necessary.
But then you have to say though, the first Predator had the dialogue, bro. Like niggas, they had quotable.
First Predator was a classic that like certain shit it just made perfectly, even if it's not intended for that. It just comes out perfect. Like, but I can't expect every movie to be that way or hold it to that. Like, the dialogue in this movie was average, but then you gotta remember the first fucking Predator had Arnold, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke,
Jesse Ventura,
yeah. All those motherfuckers. So if you don't get some decent dialogue out of those motherfuckers, you failed. Just like that one triple threat movie with the Ong Bak dude, Scott Adkison,
Michael J. White.
All those dudes in that movie, and you don't have a memorable film.
Yeah, no, that was mid as hell.
That was a mid-ass movie for what you got. But you take a movie and you just put one of them in it or two of them in it, and it's like you get a good movie.
Right. But like I said, like I said, it's just, it doesn't take away.
But at least you're saying it's a nitpick, though. At least you're admitting.
Yeah, it wasn't
not like a glaring flaw or something.
Yeah, no, it didn't take away from me enjoying the movie or anything like that, but I just felt like it could have been a little bit more old. You know what I mean? Like, it could have just. I know you wanted dances with wolves, nigga. Like, yeah, right, nigga, right.
Like, I'm just here. Look, it's a Predator movie. I want to see some traps. I want to see some niggas get murked. Yeah. Okay, y'all got Native Americans. I want to see some Indian shit.
Yeah, which we got plenty of that. Yeah,
and you know, hey, throw some French motherfuckers in there, and then look, we got a movie.
Yeah, and everything, you know, and like I said, it flowed, and like I said, even the little graphic at the end, which pretty much showed like what was going to happen, like, you know, more Predators were going to, you know, be coming.
Yeah, like, that shit was hard. Like,
yeah, I was fucking with it. So yeah, like,
but yo, man, honestly, like, the next Predator film has to be on the Predator world, yo. Like,
yeah, true.
Like, y'all done did this was the last thing y'all could possibly do for this shit. If the Predator ain't in the fucking hood next time, then, and like, he ain't in his own world, like, I mean, that's it. Like,
and the funny thing is too is like, I mean, because when I was reading all the feedback in there, like some of the shit that we were talking about in terms of what the Predator could be like, you know, like they could do other Predator in other ancient civilizations. Because I think in the actual comic, Predator does do all, like, I mean, they have Predator, you know, showing them in different civilizations.
But it's like, I don't want to. It's like there's only so much you could do. Like, I don't want to see a Predator tail a pirate ship. I don't care to see a fucking Predator going head up with fucking Spartacus and gladiators, like,
or I mean they have like Predators because, you know, they have them in
feudal Japan with Predator fighting ninjas. Like, dude, let me see the whole.
Although that would be dope, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That would, yeah. Okay, like, make the Predator in Vietnam.
Right.
See, let me shut up because I'm giving these motherfuckers ideas.
Yeah,
somebody's listening like, hey man, this random boxing podcast, he talking about they need to do a Predator in them ancient Japan with ninjas and Vietnam and like.
Yeah. Now, if you want to expand more, you can hit us in the Gmail and you talk about some major figures, and he'll gladly go into more detail for you. You know?
Yeah, so scratch all that. We just need a Predator film in the home world. Y'all gave us a glimpse in Requiem.
Yeah.
And that was dope. Like, we want to see more of that. Y'all gave us the glimpse. Y'all teased us with it. That's why you got to see all the movies.
Right.
But
the good and the bad. And
the good and the bad. But see, I like the Alien versus Predator movies, though. I do. Those.
Yeah. I was a fan of those. Like, honestly, truthfully, yes, they all vary in quality. But yeah, all the Predator movies and stuff like that, even they're entertaining. Like, you know, for the most part, like.
Even the worst one was entertaining, but it was just bad.
Right. Right.
Entertaining, but it was bad. Like, I wouldn't watch it again. But like, if we're gonna rank them, Predator 1 classic, it's a 10 for 10 masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Predator 2, I feel like it's a 10, but I can understand that people give it a 9.
Yeah, Predator 2, that's another thing too. Predator 2, but people be hating on Predator 2. I was like, why? Like, Predator 2, because it didn't have Arnold, like, because it had Danny Glover in the main role.
And it wasn't in the jungle. It's like, dude, like, we don't want to see the same movie over. Like, to put it in a futuristic Los Angeles in urban city setting, and he's picking off drug dealers and gangsters and cops, like,
right.
That was genius. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, that was. Who did y'all want to see Predator murk? He just murked some army niggas. Like, y'all wanted him to play against like go against like Pop Warner leagues or some shit. Like,
right?
Yeah, y'all wanted him to visit the Source Awards. Like,
yeah.
what, the Predator supposed to go to the Grammys, nigga? Like.
For real, it's like,
so him doing all that shit was just dope in the movie, and the whole dynamic is changed. And remember, the first two movies, they sent out real predators.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't this, rookie predator shit that you started seeing later on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, part 2 is a classic, man. Fuck it, I give it a 10. But like I said, I can respect someone saying it's a 9. Even an 8, but Predator 2, we're not going to say that was a bad movie or average. It was a good movie.
Like, there was nothing bad or average about that movie.
I think a lot of times people just ain't want to see a black star in the movie. That's all.
Yeah, and even one that's respected as Danny Glover, because it was like, nah, like, we're not, like, you won't.
And the acting wasn't bad. You had great killer action, pacing, and you got more into the story of Predator at the end.
Exactly.
Like, it was the logical conclusion, because the way part 1 is, it's like, you're like, damn, it's like you watched a good movie, but you're like, you want a little more about the creature. Mm-hmm. And then in part 2, you get that, and niggas was still fucking complaining.
Right.
Even gave you folklore with it, with the gun, and niggas is like, okay, this ain't show and tell, nigga. Yeah. Where the jungle at? Like, nah, fuck y'all. Like, can't make you niggas happy. But yeah. So from there, Prey is number 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prey is definitely the 3rd best Predator film.
And it was a perfect prequel to the first Predators. Like,
honestly, you could watch Prey, then watch Predator, then watch Predator 2. Mm-hmm. And I think you'll enjoy it that way or any way. But like, it definitely belongs up there with those. And after that, I'll give you Predators, which had promising moments.
It certainly with the action
yeah, even with the setup, they brought it back to the jungle for you motherfuckers. Yeah. And they brought some killers too now,
Yeah, that one was actually. Actually, that one should hopefully in time. Because I really like that Predator one. I watched.
I like that. I saw it in the theater and everything. It just, I know the ending wasn't the best ending for a Predator film.
Right.
Like, it wasn't a Netflix ending, but it was one of those. So I don't know. It was up there. Like it was leaning. It was trying to go down the Netflix hallway or some shit.
Right. And narrowly missed it.
Yeah, narrowly missed it. So it's like, but the setup was crazy. So after that, you got.
I like Alien versus Predator, the one with Sanaa Lathan. I liked it.
I liked it too. Yeah, 'cause I was just gonna do just straight Predator movies. If we just ranking Predator, like.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were gonna do the crossover ones. I mean,
it's a little harder to put the crossovers in there.
Right now, I will say this though, like the most recent one, like the Predator, the one with the soldiers and the genetically enhanced Predator and the kid with the mental illness and shit like that. Like that was one where I was just like, that
was the worst one.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't need all that extra shit in there. Like it had promise, but it just had a lot of people in there. They try to make that shit woke to me. That's how
like it didn't it's like they tried to modernize a Predator, like how it was done in part 2, but they couldn't get it right.
Right.
So if we're ranking them like just the solo Predator movies, I feel like that's the best way to rank them. Really, 1, 2, and then Prey. Predators is 4, and then the last one is 5.
Yeah.
If you put the Alien movies in there, they probably go right after Prey.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The first Alien vs. Predator, the Requiem.
Requiem was like, I don't know. See, I feel like Requiem was all like, it's crazy because I liked Requiem because all the gore and violence in that one, and you had more killings.
The same.
All the other one was the better story. And it's like, but people was like, damn, you needed more killings and shit. So they said, fuck it, okay, we gonna give you niggas more killings, and then motherfuckers complained about that. Like, so I don't know. I like both of them. But
the funny thing is too is like that one actually made that one made a shitload of money too, and there was supposed to be like more Alien versus Predator ones, but they just like because they were like because I think the biggest thing about that movie because I remember that shit was dark as fuck, like the whole movie
it was rated R, like the previews was like NC-17 type shit. Like,
I actually have the unrated DVD. I'm just looking at it right now. It's like, oh yeah, I do have this.
Yeah, motherfuckers was getting murked in that one.
Yeah, but yeah, it actually was a little dark in there, and truthfully, but
yeah, I call it the Batman Begins treatment when a movie is too fucking dark for its own good. And if the cinematography was a little better, like as far as the filming it, like it's just too dark. I get y'all wanted to have a dark setting, but goddamn, like, come on.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not in the movie. Shit.
Yeah, like, nighttime is the right time,
Yeah, like, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact is that shit made a movie though, but for whatever reason, because of that, they never made another Alien versus Predator type of crossover again after that. I
don't mind another one, but I feel like it needs to be on another planet or some shit this time. Yeah,
and I want Hulu to do this. I want Hulu because Hulu clearly did a good fucking job with it. So yeah, if you want to reboot that shit, reboot that on Hulu because Hulu clearly knows what the fuck is going on, knows what they're doing.
Yeah, because and just take it somewhere else. You could do it in a way where how Aliens 2 was. Right. They go to a random planet and it's space marines or they're in the middle of it's like they come on to the battle between aliens and predators or some shit.
Right.
So there's different ways you could flip that. Like, but yeah, have Hulu do that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, Hulu, Hulu, you keep on putting out movies like this. Like I said, you might not be on a month-to-month basis or some shit like that.
Yeah. Would you say Alien versus Predator 1 and 2? Would you put those ahead of Predators?
No.
So for you, it's Predator. It's Predator 1, 2. Prey, Predators, and then Alien versus Predators.
Yeah, Like, I mean, like, because out of all the ones, the Predators, the most recent one from 2017, 2018, the one with the kid and the band.
No, I'm talking about the not that one. I'm talking about the one before that with Lawrence Fishburne and all them. They're in the.
Oh yeah, that's the reboot one, the 2010 one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You put that right after, like, you put that above Alien versus Predators.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was saying. Like, you had 1 and 2 Prey, and then the Predators one, the one where it's the one.
Yeah, on the planet. Yeah, on
the planet. Then you put Alien versus Predators.
Yeah.
And then you put the last Predator.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Okay, I can see it that way. I probably like the ending to the Alien versus Predator movies better than the damn Predators film though.
Yeah, I mean, the one in the first one, you know, that one was a really good ending. I actually liked it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes the movie's not always done endings. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's not. But I look at a complete film, like,
yeah,
it's up there. Like, I don't know, that it could be equal, but Predators might get it because of the rated R.
It's always about the rated R in the end.
Nah, I mean, because look, I fucked with Requiem, and because of the violence, and you're like, you think the other ones are better. So
yeah, I think Requiem was just. For truthfully, I may have to run that back because I do have the unrated version. I have it.
Yeah,
I might run it back. You know, just for old time's sake, though. But yeah, Requiem didn't make that much of an impact on me like the other ones did, like the first one did especially. So
yeah.
But so for Prey though, what would you actually give Prey as a score?
It really did nothing wrong, man. Wow, like maybe I'm between like an 8 or a 9 because it's like.
See, I mean, this is where, you know, I know we don't do halves, but this is where halves would actually be, and I do think it's between a 9 and a 10. You know, because I mean, number one, like it was the first one. I was like, well, like this one. I was like, yeah, this feels like this is like a predecessor or something that was a direct link to the classic Predator movie.
Yeah, which it does, but a part of me still don't feel like it was like, I don't feel like I watched a 10, like a classic, and so that's why I feel like it's a 9 because it's like usually Predator films they have like the music. The music was missing. You're right. That so and that's the thing. Keep it from a 10. Like it was missing the whole. Like the cinematography was good, but the cinematic feel was gone. Like,
and the funny thing is too, like not even the Predator wasn't even on some you ugly motherfucker or take it. You know, that type of shit, nigga. So it's just like, I was like, damn, yeah. Like this Predator was a dummy.
Yeah, you know what? That's what it is. Okay, now I figured it out. Mm-hmm. The movie, it lacked like almost like a soul. Yeah.
Like, I mean, not even that crazy laugh that the first Predator did when it was about to nuke everything in sight. Like,
yeah. The movie lacked the soul. That's why it's not a 10. And the reason why I say it lacked the soul because all the other Predator movies, and I'll say Predator 1 and Predator 2, you had classic dialogue, one-liners. The music was haunting and had, you know, certain thriller elements involved. This, it was lacking that. Although it had you on the edge of the seat, like, damn, what's gonna happen next? This, that. Like, you're anticipating the moves and the pacing's good. It was made like a great film is supposed to be made.
Right.
Like, if someone, like, if you make it like a rap album, it's like you got all the production you wanted, all the beats from the producers you wanted, and you got good beats from them, and you had your artist go in there and he did the songs, like you had a checklist of songs he supposed to do, like the chick club song, you know, the get married song, the street banger, the song with some bars, this is that, your intro, the two skits, like they checked off everything. But in the midst of checking off everything, they didn't check themselves. Like they didn't bring themselves in it, their personality. Like, so that's why I can't call the movie a 10, because it's like you said earlier, the dialogue, I'm not nitpicking, but it was average. You know, there's no one said, or there's no word or conversation or moment that you're gonna go back into the movie and be like, remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like, what was up?
Yeah, with the exception of like the tie into the dialogue from Predator 1, like, you know, if it bleeds we can kill it. That was pretty much the most memorable one.
That was and that was the cheesing one, because it's like you had to reach for that one. Like you had to give from part 1. And whereas I can remember one dialogue, I think from the last Predator film, I think the black dude, I think they was in the operating room or something. The black dude was on some like, who this nigga think he talking to, or some shit, or there was some funny shit that he said. I would have to watch it again, but just only saw the movie once, and I can remember that. Just tells you that's explaining what I'm talking about. So yeah, so no memorable dialogue average, no music, music supposed to stand out.
There was
it's like Jaws. Yeah, like, come on. You take the music away from Jaws, is that movie a classic?
Probably not, or you'd be debating it more. You'd
be debating it more, but when you hear that, like, that's just crazy. Like, so yeah, I'll give it a 9. Fuck it, movie's a 9.
Yeah, and that'll be my score too. Like, I mean, like I said, I mean, you know, if we were able to do halves, I would probably do a half. But you know, it's 9. It's a solid 9. It's like,
nah, you can't do a half, because look. Yeah,
no.
I'm saying theoretically, because it's missing 2 small things. It's missing dialogue and music. If it had music, then I could see the 9.5. This might be one of those ones where we like, all right, we'll allow it.
Right.
but it was lacking 2 things, so it's like that's a whole full point. And I think we've been gracious with this movie, so I respect the 9, nigga.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid 9 for me, because like I said, it was what I wanted. Like, it checked up. Like, I mean, like in the end, you know, I'm a bloodthirsty ghoul. You know, as everyone knows, you know, like, you know, me and LB,
boxing
like,
fans.
Yeah, like boxing fans. And that's the same thing with movies too. Like, if you're gonna say that you're rated R, you gotta do some rated R shit. You know, it's like, you know, ain't no just little one thing in there. And Prey, like I said, in the end, animals got fucked up, humans got fucked up. There was a lot of atrocities going on there. You know, and
trees got blown up, so
yeah,
you know.
and it was in, you know, it was a timepiece, and then for the most part they did try to make it look as authentic as they can, and I appreciate the effort. So yeah, you know, it delivered, and it was enough where
I had no expectations. I didn't go in there hating preemptively, but I ain't go in there on something like, damn, this is gonna be great. Like, went in there and just wanted to see a movie. Yeah,
like the trailer was just, I mean, the trailer was like, okay, it was interesting and shit like that. Like, I didn't have any, you know, misogynistic views like some people had, because it was a woman that was in the hero role and shit like that. So yeah, like
some of the most classic best movies done had women in the hero role. So this 2022, I don't know how niggas is still on this, oh my god, it's a woman shooting a gun, or it's a woman fighting a monster. Like, damn it.
Yeah, like I said, Predators. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Predators.
As long as it's done in a realistic way, or it's just done in a good way, I don't see the problem. But like, niggas act like they seen a Girl Scout going toe to toe with a Predator or some shit,
right? Right.
Like that's what literally dudes be acting like y'all ain't seen a fucking, like, these Hong Kong action movies where bras be fighting the 17 dudes and shit. Like, where y'all been at?
Whooping all types of ass. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Google Cynthia Rothrock, motherfuckers. Like, damn.
Yeah, you know, that was an ass kicker back in the day. Super ass. You know what I'm saying?
Like, damn.
Yeah, so but this full recommendation that you watch this. Pray is immediately. Yes, you know, and it was like I said, it took me back. Yeah, shit, I may even run it back a little bit later tonight. You know, just for old time's sake. You know, because it was that entertaining. It was that entertaining a movie to me. But hey, for a prequel, and then if you want to reboot it, like. Yeah, it's a start. Like Hulu did an outstanding job in rebooting the franchise.
And you could run it back because it's not a long movie.
Exactly.
But the movie doesn't feel short either. Like I said, it's pacing. There's an art to pacing, man. Yeah.
So yeah, full recommendation for this movie, and you won't be disappointed. And if you are, well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think that is it for our topics for today. Like I said, it was a good show. We touched on we had some passion. We were passionate about some of the topics we talked about today. And it was great. So we got some final thoughts, and we'll let the two people that didn't watch Prey, beforehand, and we'll let them go. So, Pilot, your final thoughts.
Great show today. It was a good card of boxing. I mean, there was those British cards with Conlon and Dalton, like that guy Dalton at 140 in the UK, who was nice. So in the morning, so it was cool seeing that and having boxing all day basically with no break. So, but it is ringgameradio.com and we put Football Imaginable. Check us out and everybody have a good week.
There we go, Pilot. Straight to the point, man. P, what about you, bruh?
First off, nigga, you're not gonna shame me for not watching Prey yet. I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. So I'm not gonna let you try to shame me.
You do.
Yeah, no, you don't have to pray that I do because I will watch Prey. So, you know what I'm saying? I just got a little bit of spoilers, but this was a spoiler-filled weekend, so par for the course, I suppose. Spoiler in boxing, spoiler in movies, so whatever. All right.
Damn, hold on. Somebody. I was about to say, who spoiled the boxing that I got it. My bad.
Yeah.
Damn, this nigga, he kept the running joke.
Yeah. That was touche.
But light week of boxing. We got a lighter week next week, and then then we get into the heavy lifting. But you know what I'm saying. As always, you know where to find us at ringgangradio.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go stream out The World is a Op by Shutterworth. Go Artist, out now. Go stream. Go listen to that review. And we got some more content coming on the way. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep rocking us. We got you.
Yes, sir. LB, your final thoughts?
Oh, man, boxing was good yesterday. I think we got what we expected, and we got boxing this week. Hold on, what time that card start? That's another 10 o'clock one, or?
That's a good question. It's 10 o'clock.
These bastards.
Yeah.
So I guess manage a nap on that Saturday afternoon or some shit.
Right.
Do what you got to do early in the day. I don't know how shit gonna be for me, but we'll see. But yeah, other than that, it was good rocking with the gang here. Shout out to everybody else. So Clan Orky, Prolific, and DZ, and PJ, and Rome Top 5, who was with us earlier.
Yes, sir.
Just everybody, we just appreciate everybody rocking with us. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, and enjoy it a little more listening to that World is a Op.
Yes, sir.
Cause you see right now, with Brittany over there in Russia and all this shit going down, World is a Op.
Absolutely, and then on top of that, definitely, continue to watch that cartoon. Like I said, that cartoon is still fire, man. Episode, and like I said, you never know. Like there could be possibly more in the near future. Obviously, because like I said, the animated art, in-house animation, we got that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it with the drawing. I'm slowly. I just ain't been feeling right.
Of course, yeah. You gotta make us, the best. When LB's genius is at hand. When the mind is clear and shit like that. Then masterpieces happen. You know what I'm saying? So I dig what you're saying, bruh. But other than that, man, we have, like I said, obviously just follow us on everything, especially the website and YouTube, as well as our other stuff, Podomatic, Spotify, Anchor, all that. We're everywhere that we need to be. We're like Visa, bro. So yeah, it's just, just put the name in the Google, and it'll take you to where you need to be. Or if you have devices, you can just say Ring Gang Radio on it. I do it on occasion, and then it should take you to say, hey, we're on this, and let's listen to the most recent episode. Like that's just the way it needs to be done.
This nigga living in 2025 and shit.
I mean, it have to be, man. That's the way it goes, man. Shit, I get kicked out of saying, Alexa or Echo or doing something like that. Please, play Ring Gang Radio shit, and it does it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like, okay, this is dope. Like, I mean, hey man, 2025 is here in my world.
Word. That's what's up.
Yeah, but tell your friends so they can sub, and then we can all be friends. Because like I said, we do this shit for y'all, and then definitely more things, on the horizon. More things on the horizon that come down the pipeline. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, for Conscious Pilot, and then for Rome, who was there earlier, aka Chicago Win. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.